Doubt is actively costing you thousands and thousands of dollars. Here's why. So what does doubt create? Doubt creates procrastination. Doubt creates indecision. Doubt creates fear. And these three things stop you from taking action and moving forward. And you may still choose to take action, but when you have this little bit of doubt in the back of your head, it's going to reflect in that action that you're taking. For example, this morning I was doubting myself. And my goal of hitting 100K a month by the end of the year seems so unreachable now when I'm struggling to crack 10K a month. And so this morning I was extremely doubtful. I was extremely down, and I was struggling to ground myself in the beliefs that will get me to my goal. Now, with this doubt in the back of my head, I had to meet with a few clients. I had a few calls and I had to show up. Now, I still feel like my performance in these calls were still good, even though there was doubt in the back of my mind, but I still think it affected me because I didn't close them. Mind you, they weren't qualified, but I still didn't close them. And it's like, extrapolate that to your life in general. How many times have you let doubt stop you? How many times have you let doubt consume you? How many times has doubt actively cost you money? There's been times where I've been indecisive and I didn't take action quick enough. Like, for example, listen to this. I opened my Amazon account in 2021. And I just dropped it. I'm like, yo, this is not getting me money, blah, 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 right? Then I come back to it in 2023, 2 years later, and then I give it my all. Imagine I didn't have that doubt in 2021 and I kept going the whole time. I could have made a shit ton of money through Amazon, but no, in 2021, doubt took over. I gave up on Amazon. And because of that, it actively cost me a bunch of money. That decision to give up on Amazon in 2021 cost me so much money. So you may be somebody watching this video, you may be doubting a career change. You may be doubting a business startup. You may be doubting yourself, and that's actively costing you money. So if the main thing holding you back is doubt, understand that you're losing money. The longer you wait to take action, the more money you lose. Like, what if I didn't start Amazon in 2023? What if I waited to 2025? How much money would I have lost? And I'm only talking about money, but imagine all the progress you could be making if you start right now. Don't worry about starting yesterday, because yesterday's behind us. The main thing that matters is the now. Can you make money right, or not money? Yes, well, money, yes. But make the decisions right now. Like, also, let's put it into another perspective. What if right now I don't decide to record this video, right? What if I don't decide to, maybe I'm doubting it, maybe I'm doubting the idea of it. And then what if this video blows up? What if this is the video? You never know, brother. Until you take action, you don't know the result. You can assume the result out of fear and procrastination. You're like, oh no, that thing is not going to perform how I think it will. But how do you really know? You don't know. That's the thing. You don't know until you take action. So the main reason why doubt costs you money is because it causes inaction. And when you're not taking action, you're not learning and growing. Now let's talk about why this happens. Why do we doubt ourselves? And how do we work around doubt? Because is doubt like a natural thing? I'm not sure, but as humans, you're always going to have doubt. So I personally think, or maybe that's a bad belief, maybe I shouldn't believe like that, but fear, doubt, procrastination is going to be part of our lives. Like, it's been part of my whole adult life, and I've had to deal with it, whatever. Maybe it's because of our upbringing, but I feel like most of us have doubt. Now, how do we deal with that? How do we fight doubt? Well, this morning, right, like I told you guys, I was doubting myself, and I had to ground myself. I had to ground myself in the beliefs that will get me to my goal of 100K monthly. Now, what I did is I sat literally in front of a mirror, right? And I looked at myself in the eye. And I said over and over again, making 100K a month is easy for me. Like, I literally sat in front of a mirror and did that. Now, if another person saw me, they're gonna be like, yo, this nigga's fucking crazy. Whatever, fuck you, I don't care. Listen, what effects did that have on me, right? I sat there for like 5 minutes and did that. The benefit of doing that is that it grounded myself in the beliefs that I want to be in. I don't want to be doubting myself, so I'm actively programming my way of thinking. I'm actively programming my subconscious mind to think in a manner in which will get me to my goal. So fighting that doubt through repetition and conviction, because when you look at yourself in the mirror, there's like a different type of conviction there, because that's you. And then as you keep staring, I didn't blink. At least I try not to blink. But then it's like, as you keep staring at yourself, you start to dissolve. Like, your physical self starts to dissolve and everything around you gets blurry, and all that remains is the self. And to influence the self through repetition is what is going to get me to my goal. So this morning I doubted myself, and I worked on grounding myself back to where I needed to be. And that's one of the main practices to fight doubt, to fight fear, to fight procrastination. So don't let doubt cost you thousands of dollars. Fight against it. You are strong enough to do so. Don't take the power away from yourself. Understand that we are human. We are the strongest creature on earth. We are a creation of God, and we are more than our physical bodies. We are way more than our physical bodies. That's why we can do this. We can program ourselves to think how we want to. We can achieve anything we want because we are more than our physical self. The physical self is just a vessel that we're stuck in. Well, not stuck in, that we live in for the next 50, 60, whatever, however long you live. This is just a vessel, but the self is way stronger than the physical self. And the physical self is the one that doubts, and the one that's scared, and the one that holds you back. So keep on growing, boys. Keep on programming your subconscious mind. Read Think and Grow Rich. Read books that will take you to that next level. Think and Grow Rich was like one of the first books I ever read, fresh out of high school. I read that book. And that book highly influenced me. And recently, I've been watching this YouTuber called Narrow Knowledge. And he's also influenced my way of thinking because it aligns with my way of thinking prior to meeting him. And so I connected with him. So if you guys want to, look him up, watch some of his content, and listen to him. Honestly, I highly recommend Narrow Knowledge. I'm even reading his book right now, Outsmarting Reality, and that book has been phenomenal to me because it's all about how you think. It's all about how you think. The mind is so strong. The mind is so strong. And if you can change how you think, you can change your reality. Because as Narrow Knowledge says, for something to exist in reality, it must first exist in your mind. So if doubt exist in your mind, it will translate to reality, and that's how you will lose fucking money. With that said, best of luck with everything, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Adios.